Alright guys, you asked for it, so I'm bringing it to you. It's been 3 months, I think, since I got all these green giant arborvitaes, and it's, well, what was it, June 18th, I think I posted that video. So 3 months, this is the growth they've put on. Those guys showed up in a little box, as you saw in the other video, and there they are. I cannot believe how much growth they've put on in that short amount of time. Only 3 months time. I wish I had put a ruler up to them or something in the past video. In fact, I probably should be doing it now. Of course, I don't have anything on hand right now, but you can see if you look at that last video, I mean, look at that. Look at the growth. Look at how much those guys have put on in just 3 months. You can see all of these little branches coming off of them. They're just going to be beautiful plants, but you can see, I mean, they were probably, let's get this back, they were probably, I don't know, right in here somewhere. You can see the new green growth coming up all the way up that stem and all these branches. The entire summer, while I had these things growing here, you can see kind of the light growth on the tips of these branches. That's just all the new growth that keeps coming out. The entire summer, that new growth, the tips of these branches have been light green like this. These guys have just been forming tons of new growth constantly. Every day I come out here, they're putting on growth, it seems like. And so I do the Thuja Green Giant Arborvitae grow fast. I would definitely give that a heck yeah. So I need to try and get a clip maybe of the last video and post it next to this one. I'll see if I can figure out how to do that. If not, you can always refer back to the last video. But there's a shot of the whole lot of them, 100 of them, all piled up. And in the middle there, you can't even hardly see the pots down below all those branches. But yes, these things grow extremely fast. And, you know, like you saw, I got these as tiny little plants in 2-inch pots, and so I'm pretty impressed. They'll harden off over the winter here. They'll probably, I mean, you can obviously see they're still putting on more growth, but you know, it'll probably slow down. It's starting to dip down into the 30s occasionally at night here in middle of September, so it'll start slowing down, and then we'll get them planted out. I'll show you the hedge once we get them planted out, and we'll see how well these guys do out in the sun. And there's going to be some shady areas they get planted in, but yeah, they grow pretty fast. So if you guys are interested in a privacy hedge, I think this is a good start. Only thing I'm concerned about is the deer resistance of these guys. I have been told that they are very deer resistant. You know, I've got some deer resistant plants, like, well, obviously rhododendrons are deer proof, you would say, but they still, sometimes when they get hungry, they'll nibble on a few of the smaller leafed ones. They don't ever do much damage because they realize right away that they're not good for them, they're poisonous, but they will nibble on them a little bit in the winter. So we'll see what happens with these thujas. I'll let you know. Really impressed with how these species rhododendrons are turning out. I need to get them planted out in that area that I was showing you in one of the other videos. I'm kind of clearing an area under a bunch of tall trees so I can keep these guys sheltered, but they are just looking really nice and beautiful, and I love these big leaf rhododendrons. It just looks so tropical in a non-tropical environment. But we'll get these guys planted out eventually, and I'll show you what all that looks like as the time goes by. Anyway, wanted to give you that update of the thujas. We'll give you another update. It'll probably be next summer or next fall, because we're not gonna, obviously, well, I don't think we're gonna get much growth through the winter. We'll see what happens, but anytime I see them putting on quite a bit of growth, I'll do an update just in case you're interested. You can kind of be the judge and decide for yourself whether you want to plant thuja green giants or not. Alright, well, we'll talk to you in the next video. Adios.